Hi everyone, I've got Richard doing the recording here, which is kind of freaking me out slightly because I can't see what's happening. He's all in control. Sorry about the sunglasses, there's always this kind of glare. So this is just a bit of a sort of welcome back to church, introduction, reminder of what we're doing, a bit of an idea of what to expect. So hopefully those of you who are able to come on Sunday morning, you will turn up, I don't know, 11:45 or 10 to 12, something like that, and you'll park your car and you'll do what you normally do. But when you come up to the church, you will find that a couple of lines have been marked out and they'll be about 2 meters apart. So if we end up having a bit of a rush, you might have to stand just and wait a little bit. Some of you might be here and then some of you might be here, but it'll all be nicely marked out. And then when you get up to the steps, I think from what I can remember that the sanitizer and all that kind of stuff will either be at the bottom of the steps or the top of the steps. I'm so sorry, I can't actually remember. The other thing is that you're going to be greeted by Ivan and Alan. So Ivan and Alan will be out here and they'll be able to tell you where to go and what to do, and just if you've any kind of questions or any nervousness about the whole thing, just ask them and they'll be able to help you out. But one of the main things they'll be doing is to get you to socially distance outside the church, but also then to use the hand sanitizer when you get into the church. So let us go into the church now. Richard, I'm going to let you go ahead of me. Right, so this is the table here. So this is the table you'll be looking for with the hand sanitizer, and it should also, there'll be an offering plate either on that table or here just inside the door, so you'll be able to give any envelopes if you've been collecting them. I suppose that the big thing with all of this is so we don't all end up in a big gang outside, we don't end up congregating and everybody's able to stay nice and safe and well distant from each other. Once you come into the church, you'll be directed where to sit. This is probably the really big difference, if you like. So it's Ivan and Alan outside, it's David and Christopher inside, so they'll be able to tell you where to go. And we've thought about it quite a bit, and I think what we've ended up in is that the first seats are going to be away over there, as you can see on the other side. So you only come in the front door, and then Christopher or David will escort you. So let's go now. They'll escort you all the way over here. And they'll start filling up from the back of this side of the church. The reason for that is that we're trying to have a really good one-way system. And the only way this kind of one-way system works is if the folks are directed here, and then when it comes time to leave the church, they will be the first to leave. It means that nobody will walk past anybody else. I think in the directions I probably had us filling up from here, but that means that on the way out people might be leaving each or passing each other. So we're going to start from over here, and you'll be shown into the appropriate seat. As a rough guide, I think this needs to be sorted out very slightly, but as a rough guide, if the door is open and there's a cushion on the seat, you're able to go in. But if the door is closed and there's no cushion on the seat, you're not able to go in. We've put these wee bits of tape across just on one side. Basically that means on this side of the church, people have to sit to this side of the tape. That's basically it. Whereas there's a bit more freedom on the other side to use the entire pew. That's basically just to try and make sure we've everybody really well socially distant from each other. We're skipping pews, that's kind of how we're keeping people separate within the main body. And that's really that. So when it comes to the end of the service, I'll be up in the pulpit, I'll sort of be safe and away from everybody, and I won't be coming down to shake hands or do any of that. When it comes to the end of the service, I'll begin to direct the people to my right. I'm going to start sort of naming, I mean, traditionally this would be Robert and Margaret and Jim and all the folks would be down here at the back. We don't know who's going to be able to get to these seats. It'll be the first come, first get those seats at the back. They will then be the first to leave. So hopefully nobody will end up sitting for too long. The service will only be about half an hour long, so that will all help. And I'm trying to think, Richard has just been mouthing something at me and I cannot tell what it is.
Because we're the first church to open.
We are sort of the first church to open. Caledon, of course, is just in there, just ahead of us, but we're probably the first two churches to open in the Armagh Presbytery, not the entire Presbyterian Church, but certainly the Armagh Presbytery. And I guess the thinking is that most churches are hoping to look at August, September. We think things will probably begin to get busier in September. So we want to begin to get used to everything over the course of the summer. And we're just beginning to dip our toe into the water just to see what it's like to open up church again. We're trying to make this as safe as we possibly can. We're obeying all the guidelines. If there's anything you need to do to make yourself feel safer, like if you need to wear a mask or something like that, you are perfectly free and welcome to do that. There's no problem with that. I suppose the couple of other things I wanted to mention, one is that we will keep recording and we'll keep alternating between Minterburn and Caledon. So this Sunday will be a Minterburn recording. So the service we have here on Sunday morning will be recorded. And then hopefully we'll manage to get out. We have to sort of work this out with Rebecca and everybody. But hopefully we'll be able to get out by Sunday evening. And the following week it'll be Caledon. And so it'll keep going like that. We'll just keep doing that. And we're trying to move across more to DVDs as well. And that's just something, whether there's coronavirus or not, that we'll keep on with. And I think that was really all that I wanted to say. I'm going to look at Richard sort of questioningly. He seems happy enough. Yes, he's nice. So I hope that made sense, that it wasn't a bit too garbled, but I just thought it'd be nice for folks to see the church again and just be reminded of things again. So as I say, one-way system. We come in the front door, we head out the car park door. There is a toilet, so but I would advise everybody to go before they come out to the service. And this is not meant to be a pressure situation. If you don't feel safe enough to come out, or you don't want to come out, or you don't really want to bring your family out until things have settled slightly, that is fine. We are going to be recording this service in the church from now on anyway. No matter what happens, even if there's another lockdown, we'll keep recording in the church probably. So we'll just gradually begin to build the numbers up. So you're very, very welcome to come and meet with us on Sunday morning. That would be wonderful. But also you just have to decide what works for you at this point. And hopefully at some stage over the summer, we'll get to see most of you in some manner. So that's really it. Hopefully see some of you on Sunday morning, and God bless.